Jussie Smollett. Or as Dave Chappelle calls him, Jussie Smollett. He's that famous French actor. Do you guys remember him?
He's the famous actor from France.
Yeah. You guys remember who he is, Brandon?
Yeah, Smollett.
Yeah, he just had his
course.
felony conviction, Amy, reversed by the Illinois Supreme Court. So I'm pretty sure you guys do remember, but for you guys that don't, he's the scumbag felon who tried his best to start a race war back in 2019, February, I believe. And if you guys don't remember, Jussie, who's a gay black actor on the show Empire, staged a fake hate crime against himself, spinning some ridiculous story that MAGA hat-wearing Trump supporters were roaming the streets of Chicago at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, while he was going to go buy a sandwich from Subway. Yeah. Eat fresh my ass.
That's out for a foot
and they were these guys were out just hunting for minorities to attack, gay, black minorities to attack. He claimed he was assaulted, called racial slurs, and had a rope tied around his neck while hearing, "This is MAGA country." Oh, dude, this guy, the Chicago PD did their job. They investigated, and turns out it was all a sham. So the so-called attackers weren't mysterious white racists. They were Abimbola and Ola Usandero, two black men Smollett painted. He paid them to help him pull off this hoax. Kelly, can you show the photo of these white racist MAGA hat wearing guys? That's them, everybody.
White nationalists. White
nationalists.
I see them. I can spot them from a mile.
That just bleeds racist. Make America great again. Racist. And then you got Kim Fox. She's the worst on crime, bro. She's a state's attorney. She came in and saved the day for her Hollywood buddy, Jussie. She downgraded his charges, making sure he got off easy to protect the narrative and avoid making MAGA voters look like victims. Like, I don't even know a word. Like,
Illinois is such a disaster, though. But the governor alone, Pritzker, like every day he's talking about like trans rights and how he's gonna protect the migrants from Trump. But the actual citizens of Chicago hate what the mayor is doing, hate what Pritzker is doing. So it's like,
how do they stay in, Brandon? But I get, and we've sung this tune before of why do they keep voting these people in? Well, if you're the people and you're fed up and you got the Pritzkers, you go, who was who was the black chick that was the mayor? She looked like the Beetlejuice.
Oh, Beetlejuice, yeah. Lori Lightfoot.
Lightfoot. Oh my God, what a disaster! And especially in a city like Chicago where it's never been good.
Yeah.
What, Rob?
Chirac.
Yeah, Chirac they call it.
Do you remember the outrage that came from people like Cory Booker, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and AOC regarding the Jussie Smollett hate crime? Kamala Harris said, "Jussie Smollett is one of the kindest, most gentle human beings I know. I'm praying for his quick recovery. This was an attempted modern-day lynching. No one should have to fear for their life because of their sexuality or color of their skin. We must confront hate." And it turns out it's all made up. And that could have been your president that believed in this hoax so much that she went and spread not only racial divide but also sexual divide by making this a gay black thing.
And can I say something? Yeah. Like, the number one reason for channels like us to get banned, and since 2018, it's been inciting violence. All right, that on Twitter before it was owned by Elon Musk, on YouTube, on everything. Like, if you incite violence, not this type of violence, like any type of violence, you're banned immediately.
Yeah.
I know a guy that has a comedy channel that got one of his sketches yeeted for inciting violence.
Yeah, what was the sketch?
I don't know. It was something about Kanye West.
I did a parody on Kanye. I was just making fun of Kanye West, and they gave me a strike because they were like,
but
inciting violence.
The amount of people that been silenced unfairly, and this guy gets away with murder. I mean, I don't know if murder.
Well, no, I'm happy you said that, and I'm gonna get to that. You don't know. Hold on. Great point, Humberto. None of us know this rhetoric because it was happening for a week, a month, whatever. For all that time, imagine how many people were punching white people, maybe killing. You don't know how many shootings or whatever happened because this guy was like, oh, okay. All MAGA people are freaking racist. Let's go after them. And brother, people were getting punched in the head all over the streets. BLM was acting crazy, going up to people, making them kiss their hands and people's feet in restaurants. Bro, I am so embarrassed that we as a species went through that disgusting time of BLM, COVID, this piece of trash. Because, guys, hopefully the prosecutor stepped in his case, and he was found guilty, and he was sentenced to 150 days in jail in order to pay $120,000 to the city of Chicago. This is him in court. Kelly's going to play this video. This is him in court saying, like, I'm not suicidal. I'm not going to, like as if nobody gives a shit about you in jail. So, Kelly, yeah, about the 112-second, and look at the phoniness. He's an actor, by the way, wearing a mask in court. Nobody else is.
Oh, my God.
Look at how fake. And, Kelly, Jake, you might have to put the volume up because it's really low in the video. But this is him in court saying that he's innocent and that he's not going to kill himself in jail. Go ahead and play this.
Victory for Kamala.
Oh,
we're so close to saving Illinois.
Amy, you remember this case, and how do you feel? How do you feel knowing that this piece of trash did everything that he did to, like, think about it. Everybody, I remember there was people. Ellen Page, she was crying on talk shows like, this is what we are. That like you know how bad, you know how good America is that you have to be a gay black dude and you have to create fake hate crimes.
So what, can you explain again, like, what's the main reason they're overturning?
So I guess that one of the prosecutors promised a plea deal or something, and now the Supreme Court is honoring it, even though all the evidence mounted up that he was guilty. Okay. So it's a technicality. It's like the prosecutor's an idiot, but at the end of the day, he did the crime. The brothers admitted he paid us. We did it. I don't know, by the way, what cause, Rob? Can I ask you a question? What would make you do it? Unless somebody's paying you from the Democratic Party, which is, to me, could be a possibility, what would make you do a hate crime? You're already famous. You're already rich. Why would you do something like that?
The victim mentality. Because all of a sudden, look, I'm a victim because I'm black. I'm a victim because I'm gay. And then look at these people that perpetrated against me. These white devils that are MAGA supporters. So they just wrapped it all up into one nice bundle. My favorite is Maxine Waters in 2019, after this hoax began. She said, Jussie is my friend, a very talented and gifted human being. It is so hurtful that homophobic haters would dare hurt someone so loving and giving. I'm dedicated to finding the culprits and bringing them to justice. The culprit was the guy that you just said that about, and you didn't bring him to justice. Yeah. You know it cost the city of Chicago $130,000 to investigate Jussie Smollett's hoax. Do you know that the Jussie Smollett was then sued by the city of Chicago for them to recoup those costs because it went to overtime for police investigations and all that stuff? So they actually sued him. They won the lawsuit, and Jussie Smollett, as of today, has still not paid out on that $130,000, and then they give him freedom. Hey, we're not going to put you back in jail. You're allowed to go. It's crazy. The guy just commits these crimes, and because he's what? Because nobody cares anymore. It's 5 years later, and everybody else has moved on. We're going to fight Russia in World War III, and so we're going to focus on that. We don't give a shit that this scumbag perpetrated this hoax, cost the city money, gets off with scot-free on charges. What does this say to other people?
And we're not going to hear about
the same thing.
Isn't Maxine Waters punch a Nazi and like go out and riot and cause a scene in a restaurant too?
She wants people to get in Trump supporters' faces. And they get away. They got away with every single thing that they've said and they've done. And there's like, where's the defamation law? If you call somebody Hitler, you say go on their face. Like, it's only one side, bro. And like this makes people. No wonder why nobody has any faith in this two-tiered crap. I'm not even gonna call it justice system. It's like, bro, if you're a deplorable garbage piece of trash like us, one set of rules. But if you're an elite LGBTQ loser piece of trash famous guy,
Angel of Light, Vinny.
And mind you, because it was on appeal, he's not doing jail time. He hasn't been in prison, which he'd probably love. Love it. I'm not suicidal.
But
loser.
Vinny, come on. I think this winding down. I think this country had racism outbreak that brought back, race relationship. Like, it brought it back 40 years, 50 years for a little amount of time. I think this is one of the last ones that we're gonna see. Because
you really think so?
I don't think people will stand for this any longer.
Well, you know what was
swinging back. It's like, it's been the same thing with a lot of other cultural issues as well. It's like things almost need to get so crazy that even the people who are uninformed, ignorant, and not tapped into politics can't deny that. Like, this is.
people, they see their day, the day to day. Like we were sitting yesterday at dinner with all these beautiful people. You know, you sat at the table with people from all colors, all walks of life, having incredible conversations. There was, you know, white people, Chileans,
Black,
Middle Eastern, Jews, whatever.
Everybody was there.
Everybody sitting on the table, laughing, having a good time. If you go to a gas station, it's the same thing. If you go to Walmart, it's the same thing. Most people get along all the time, especially when you're in a one-on-one situation. And the media, like the media that was a forcer for making all this, you know, like narratives that got people mad and angry and hateful, is dying down. You know, like podcasting already passed them. And if you don't have people getting heat up over these things, like if Jussie Smollett happened now, it wouldn't work. I tell you.
They injected this back into society, though, because it was really dying down in the 2000s, but they got freaked out and panicked when people collectively got pissed off the establishment for stuff like 2008, when, you know, like Occupy Wall Street, people of all races and colors and social statuses got together and were united, pissed off at the establishment. But then they started injecting racism and divisiveness back into culture. So I think there's a concerted effort to divide people, to make them pissed off at each other rather than the establishment, who's ripping us off and bending us over every day.
100%.
Yeah, I think we're really winning the culture war right now. It's just, can we keep it? That's the only thing I'm worried about, because I think that liberals are much better marketers than conservatives and Republicans oftentimes. But I think on all of these issues, like we really kind of did it. And that's obviously evidenced by the Senate, the House, the Congress, the presidency, right?
Yeah.
Like we won that, but I just hope that we can hold on to winning this culture war.
Well, I mean, we could hope, and I genuinely hope as well. But guys, he's not in office yet. Once Trump is in, and now he's in his 4 years. Because think about it, those George Floyd situations and everything, they've been happening. Like cops have been killing black people. Cops have been killing minorities this past 4 years. You just haven't heard of it. It's not in the limelight. Wait till he gets in. You are going to see racism and marching and protests. Guys, if you guys think for 1 second that the left, the George Soros and all these people and all this media mad, all these people are now, their game plan's changing, because they thought he'd be dead and Kamala would be in.
Well, isn't it amazing how the media can control and shape a narrative and give a level of importance to something? Because, like you said, the same situations happened a million times, but that one situation with George Floyd, they decided, like, that's going to be our thing.
That's
like,
it.
Like in House of Cards, remember they're waiting on the police radio?
That's it,
Like,
Brent.
boom, that story right there. Let's run with that.
That's a brilliant, Brent, I'm so happy you brought that up, because that's what made me think of that, is Frank Underwood.
The teacher strike.
What's his name?
Frank Underwood, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. I thought you said Pedo
Spacey.
Spacey. Well, think about it. He's
Not that he is. Just to clarify, we don't have any proof.
Rob, because they need like a really
narrative.
bad. They need somebody that just died. So they're just monitoring the police scanner.
Yep.
And once it happens, they exploit that situation. So it's going to just mark my words. It's going to happen again. There's going to be riots. I don't know. I mean, BLM at this point,
They're going to make it about
exposed.
they're going to make it about the immigrants. They're going to make something about, like, oh, somebody gets killed when they're trying to deport the
for
illegal
sure.
immigrants.
Yeah,
They're already talking about that.
But Vinny, again, maybe I'm a future looks bright type of guy. Sometimes the default is for people to get along. Yeah, I love hanging with Mike. He's Jamaican. We make the most horrible jokes and laugh like crazy.
Yeah.
I rock around with you. You're a Middle Eastern. Like most people will just want to get along. You know, like I think the default is for humans to get along.
I agree. And you guys said, I hope, and I can have hope, that the people that are out there, you guys, us, everybody, don't give in to this nonsense, because I think we've come over that hump, and don't look back. Just keep going forward, and I'm so happy that places like MSNBC, CNN, bro, they're firing people. Rachel Maddow just got a $5 million pay cut. I can't believe, and I'm going to go to you right now, Rob, for your story. Rachel Maddow makes $30 million a year, sitting there talking out of her parrot head, talking nonsense and just spewing hate and divisive.
Does she even have 30 million viewers?
Brandon,
Vinny has more
$30 million. Can you, like, if I told you to guess before I said that, what would you have thought? I thought she would have made $3 million a year.
Yeah, like 10 million.
$30 million listening to that freaking long head moron. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.